Hello, hello, good people. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? Well, I hope. Hopefully, your day was productive and successful. Productive and successful. I got a lot of things going on over here, folks. A lot of things going on over here. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks to all that catch this live as it's being presented, and all those that watch it later to catch the replay. A shout out to our international friends. A shout out to our international friends. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, for liking the video, etc., etc. It is Thursday, folks. It is Thursday. One more day left. If you work a 5-day work week, Monday through Friday, one more day left. Yes. Whether you go to a building or whether you stay at home, all of that jazz. One more day left. And then we will be on Coin Watch for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Of course, it's Coin Watch every day. But in particular, we want to emphasize Coin Watch on the days that we have free time, a little extra energy, and we may want to put that energy to some other use, i.e. spending money, etc. And yeah, we want to pump the brakes on that. Hello, the Bud Files, Tamika Davis. Hello. Happy birthday. Happy early birthday. Tomorrow is the day. Tomorrow is the day. I'm sure you're going to share with us how old you're going to be. Tomorrow, aren't you, Tamika? Like, chick, no, that's not going to happen. That isn't going to happen. Man, whoo. The personal summer is loading. Hello, the A.I. Virginia Show. How are you? How are you? How are you? Thanks so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. The like button. All of a sudden, personal summer is trying to load. Personal summer is trying to load. You're welcome, Tamika Davis. You're welcome. And thank you for your, as I say all the time, continued support over here of my channel, my channel, all the jazz, the videos, the live, the shorts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Once again, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. So let's get started. Let's get started. As always, Private Second Class Travis King. Today, no new news. No new news today. Unless there's something out there hidden in the interwebs that I could not see or find readily, but no new news with regards to Private Second Class Travis King. And the latest was from yesterday in that, and I'm just going to go over it real briefly for those that may have not caught it. North Korea, these are all the things that North Korea is stating that Private Second Class King has told them. So we have no way, our U.S. government has no way of verifying that King, actually said these things, in that he decided to cross over into North Korea. And he said he confessed to North Korea that he decided to cross into North Korea because of the inhumane maltreatment and racial discrimination that the U.S. Army displayed. And of course, that would be towards him, and maybe he's seen it towards others. No one knows. And he also expressed a willingness to seek refuge in North Korea or a third country, etc. And then it goes on about the mom, is grateful for the Army and all of its efforts in trying to get Private Second Class Travis King back home safely to them, etc., etc. But of course, no way that we can verify any of what is coming out of North Korea. How was your day, folks? How was your day? How was your day? And as usual, we're praying for his safe return back to Seoul and then back to the United States, etc., etc. Okay, so we're going to get started with a little fun. We're going to try to relax a little bit today. We're going to get a little heavy, just a little heavy on the topic, or topics. But name the artist. We have three tonight. We have 3 artists tonight. Thanks for hitting the like button, folks. Thanks for hitting the like button. How was your day, the Bud Files? How was your day? How was your day, the Bud Files? If you are still here, how was your day? How was your day? And the AI Genius Show, how was your day? How was your day? So the first group, not the first group, but the first artist, it's a group. And hopefully I haven't done them before. I'm starting to write down all the ones I've done now so I don't have dupes. But a great group, never had a bad song. Great act, great act, great act. Some of their songs include After the Love Is Gone, Reasons. I wrote it down twice. Let's Groove. Let's Groove. Boogie Wonderland. Shining Star. We are doing the name, the artist, and in this case, it is a group. Some of the songs after the Love Is Gone, they never made a bad song. One song that said September, but I don't know if that was the actual title. Reasons. And one song, it might be called Devotion. It goes, I'm like, probably can't sing it on here. Ding, 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 ding. Cali King 916. Cali King 916. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Cali King 916. He got it right. Earth, wind, and fire, the elements. You need devotion. Bless the children. Praise the teachers who bring true joy to many. Anyway, yeah. Earth, wind, and fire, never a bad song. Never a bad song. Never a bad song. Great, great, great. And I think Philip Bailey is still with us, unless he has passed, and I have not heard that. I think Philip Bailey is still with us, and he is, yes, a fine piece of chocolate. Back in the day, he's not bad now, still, well, a fine piece of chocolate back in the day. Hello, Bad Body, Not So Fit. How are you? Not old man is here. He's getting that provider man body together. Yes, yes. Bad Body, Not So Fit. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining Cali King 916. How are things out there in California? And sunny, rainy, hail, wind fires, all the elements, all the natural happenings. California has had it this year for sure. At some point or another, mudslides. They just got everything. Avalanches. I'm going a little bit too far. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you all so much. The next artist, single person. He is a rapper. He is no longer with us. He is deceased. Thank you for like number 4, Bad Body, Not So Fit. He is deceased. He hails out of New York City, from what I understand. Sometimes they may have been born someplace and then their family moved there, and et cetera, and then that became their home. Okay, some of the rap songs are Get Money, Big Papa. He may have other people featured on some of these songs that I am rattling off. Hypnotize. One More Chance. What else I got on here? One More Chance. And another song. Yes, Biggie. The other song was Biggie. Yes, Biggie. And what was his another name that he was called? Yeah, they said Biggie. But what was the other name? 2 words. Thanks for the 6 folks that are here. Biggie. Notorious. And what? Notorious what? 3 letters. You got to give it to me. You got to give it to me good. Not that way, folks. Not that way. Yes, Notorious B.I.G. So a collaborative effort between Cali King 916 and Bad Body, Not So Fit. Notorious B.I.G. Facts on facts on facts. Yeah. And there was this other song that he did that I love so much. And you know how a lot of some of the, I don't know, some of the song or some of the raps that he did, he sampled other folk songs, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, or used the melody or whatever, and then just rapped over it, et cetera, something another like that. And one was the Diana Ross one's "I'm Coming Out." I think it is, but I think it's "I'm Coming Out," but not that way. I'm not saying that I'm coming out. I am reciting the name of it. I don't want anyone to think I'm making news over here. No, not making that type of news, folks. But it was "I'm Coming Out," and he did a little thing on there. So yes. Okay, the next group is an oldie but goodie. Once again, never a bad song, never a bad song, never a bad song. And here goes some of the songs. My Girl, Papa Was a Rolling Stone, Get Ready, I Can't Get Next to You. Come on, folks. Now it's an older but goodie group. Just My Imagination, Just My Imagination. Ain't Too Proud to Beg. Ain't Too Proud. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Cali Key 916 got it. Yes, The Temptations, The Temptations. And of course, Treat Her Like a Lady. And there were others, but yes. Yes, yes, yes. The Temptations. A great, great musical group. Great group, great group. Great group. All right. I guess that was pretty easy. It's too easy. Next, we have fill in the blank, fill in the blank, fill in the blank, folks, fill in the blank. And when I say blank, a word belongs there. You all type in the chat what the word is. Yes, great job, Cali King 916. Bad Body Not So Fit in the collab with Notorious B.I.G. and Cali King 916 with The Elements, guessing that it was Earth, Wind, and Fire, also known as The Elements. Fill in the blank time, folks, fill in the blank. A hard head makes a soft blank. This one is easy. A hard head makes a soft blank. A hard head makes a soft blank. Ding, 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 ding. The A.R. Regina Show, my friend and moderator, has it correct. Behind. Correct, correct, correct. Behind. Yes, yes, yes. And the next and last one was one that I saw online today. But we'll go over it. Fill in the blank once again. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a blank chair. If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a blank chair. Yeah, I just saw this one today. I was like, okay, this is interesting. I'll use that. Some of the ones that I've been using, I knew already from times gone by, but this was an interesting one. I thought I would use it. Ding, 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 ding. Cali King 916. Yes, bring a folding chair. Bring a folding chair. Yes, and it was supposedly said by Shirley Chisholm. I can't talk. English is not my first language. Shirley Chisholm was the person that supposedly said this. And of course, during her time, a lot of civil rights stuff going on when blacks, and if you want to call yourself African American, that's fine too. When blacks were trying to get, rights, etc., to all of the stuff, all the things with regards to civil rights, get what was the beginning part of what was owed and due to us. We're still there. We still need to get ours. My thoughts on that, but that's a whole nother thing. And yeah, how do you get into the rooms where they are located? How do you get into the rooms to begin with? One. And if you do get into the room, will you be at the table or will you be on the outside just taking notes or listening, et cetera, and not having any input or voice in any of the stuff that's going on? And so if you don't get a seat at the table, bring a folding chair and then just park yourself at the table. I think that is what her point was. Bring a folding chair and just park yourself at the table. Or you're going to listen to me. Yes, and yes again. Thanks to all that are here. Thanks to those that are listening in the bushes. Thanks to our international friends. And of course, the replay gang. Thank you for watching, liking, and connecting with me. So I'm going to talk a little bit about fail. Oh, and if you want your link drop, share out this live to your community wall. Share this live on your community wall if you want your link dropped. And then friend and moderator, the AI Regina show will drop your link. I just want to talk a little bit about fail. I got some notes so I don't get off track, which sometimes I can do. I want to talk about fail. I think I was listening to one of the podcasts. It might have been the Joe Budden podcast. I don't know. But fail, just the word, the letters F-A-I-L. Just the letters F-A-I-L. First attempt in learning. And I was like, oh, wow. I had never heard that before. So that was interesting to me. So right then and there, I took some notes and then took some more notes at a different time. And here I am trying to present this information. Fail. A lot of us are old enough to have had failure in our lives. And we can all decide what we considered to be a failure, whatever situation that was happening or going on, whether you consider that a failure or not, whether you just consider that a setback, whatever. A lot of us, most of us here are old enough to be able to decide, hey, this wasn't a failure. This was just something I failed to do along the way. And that is what caused the outcome that I had. I did not do 1, 2, or 3 or something or another. And that is why I had this result. So what do you consider a fail? I wrote down some examples. Do you consider it a fail if you don't get a job or a promotion? Do you consider that a fail? Of course, where most of us are past 18 at this point. And do you consider it a fail on your part if you don't get a job or a promotion? Or if you ever played team sports, did you consider, if you have to go back, if your team didn't win the championship, did you consider that a fail? Now, of course, as in most team sports, you have to play games, maybe numerous games, 10, 15, 20, however many baseball plays and basketball plays, just in of itself to get to, the post finals and finals, et cetera, and then to the big dance. Would you consider all of that, all of the work and the struggle that you put in, time, attention, effort, practice, would you consider all of that to even be one of the 2 left standing? Would you consider all of that a fail? Or would you consider just your team not winning in the end, the Super Bowl or the World Cup, et cetera, would you consider that part the fail? In my brain, it's kind of different with team sports. If you were ever a 12-year-old young man, I'm sure all of you were at one point, and you were in whatever grade, your 5th or 6th grade, et cetera, and things are started jumping around in your body, and you like some girl, and and you liked her and she didn't like you, she didn't reciprocate, what have you, maybe say, hey, I like you or someone else. Maybe got up the courage and say, hey, I like you or someone else. Or in the olden days, you wrote on the piece of paper, I love you. Do you love me? Yes or no? And you put Am I dating myself when I say that? I think that I am. Did you consider that a fail? Did you consider that a fail? It's interesting. I guess failure is subjective to each person, maybe the severity or the degree of failure, etc. But also in two, would you consider maybe in your younger years, because we all are old now and we have had failures. We know what they are. We know what they look like. We know what we did or did not do to prepare for such, etc. We know after it happened and we got the result that we did not want, whether we consider that a fail, and did we go back and try to fix the errors or the problems, the issues, get more training, whatever it was, so that we can be successful the next time. We are all there and we all know what to do because we are there and at that age that we can comprehend all of those things. Of course, now let's say that you are a parent and you have a 1-year-old and 12 months. And I get it. Some people stop doing the months at 1 year old. So I'm going to go 1-year-old equaling 12 months. And of course, and I get it. A lot of children walk at different times. I get it. Some a little bit early, some a little bit later. It just depends. So let's say, for instance, your 1-year-old is beginning to walk. What do you do when he or she falls down for the first time? Is that a fail? Do you consider that a fail? Do you consider that a fail? If you say yes, that's fine. Because what you're going to do, because your child is a 1-year-old and he can't comprehend a whole lot of things. For most kids, they can't comprehend a whole lot of things. And they're going to be looking at your reaction probably when he falls. And if you have a look of pain, anguish, disgust, or sadness, like, you could be just frightened because they fell down and you want to make sure they didn't hurt themselves, like a lot of first-time moms do. Not me, but it just depends. But they are taking the visual clues all the time because they can't comprehend or know words or a lot of words or put together a sentence that's coherent, etc. They're going to be looking for visual clues from you if they fall down, because the first thing they're going to do is they're probably going to look around. Just like when we are adults, when we fall on the snow or the ice or the grass or trip over something, we are going to look up to see who saw us fall. So the kid, they're going to be looking at visual clues. And if we're doing the, oh, he fell type look to the kid, then he's probably going to consider himself, well, he doesn't know just yet. And of course, what we want to do is not do that, give those visual clues that, oh, you fail. They're not going to, they're going to, if it continues, they're going to get, oh, this is the look that I'm going to get every time I fall. They're going to associate the two things. So if your kid is falling down, do you consider that a fail in your adult brain, in your parent brain? Do you consider that a fail? Because you know that as they're learning, it's going to happen again and again and again until they get their legs under them, pun intended. Does that make sense? But is it a fail? But it is a fail because it's their first attempt in learning. It's their first attempt in learning to stand and do the next step, which is step, walk. It is a fail. It is their first attempt in learning. And what we're going to do is obviously not have the crazy visual face, giving them bad visual clues. We're going to tell them, Great job, great job. Stand up, stand up. Let's do it again, and be happy and motivating as you are saying these things. Because even though it is a fail, their first attempt in learning, we want to, of course, keep them motivated so they can stand up and keep doing it over and over again until they perfect it, of course, until they perfect it. And since we are here and we know that failure is a part of the process of life in of itself, of itself, there are going to be many, probably many, lots of those as we learn. And of course, fail for some of us. Well, for the for the 1-year-old first attempt in learning, yes, and beyond and beyond 1, 2, 3, because they are learning from all the time. But there comes a point where the eraser runs out on the pencil. Okay, at some point, and of course. While I was thinking about this today, as I was reading the notes, once your kid goes to school, kindergarten, etc., then someone else the teacher, of course, is going to be looking at them and assessing what it is that they know. Now we have someone else telling you that your child does not know something. Now, do you consider that a fail? You probably will start considering that a fail because there's a true fail, because a lot is on the line. You're expecting your kid to go to school to learn things, etc. Of course, you are your child's first teacher, so you are teaching them the things that they need to know when they first enter kindergarten. If you are going to have them go to a public school, private school, and if you are doing homeschooling, of course, the same thing. They need to know this stuff. So if you aren't, as the parent, teaching them, giving them this information, either yourself, you have a tutor come in to do it. If your child is going to childcare, making sure that they have a vigorous education program to where your kid is set and straight for kindergarten and or beyond when they start kindergarten. Of course, a teacher's going to be sending you notes, or when you do the parent-teachers conference, or when they send home the report cards, or they do it online, you're going to go and see what your child knows or don't know per the school system, per the teacher that is teaching them. And if you start to see things that you don't like, you are going to consider that your child does not know his ABCs or the letter sounds or combination of both, etc. Knows some things, don't know other things. And then you're going to consider that he failed, and then you're going to have to do something now. You're going to have to give, either tutor your kid yourself, get a tutor, etc. So the fail part comes 5 or 6 when they're starting kindergarten, and 6 depending on when their birthday is. So we want to make sure that our kids know stuff, because other people will be judging. Of course, the teachers, it's part of their duties to say, hey, your child is meeting the requirements per the state, etc. That's a whole nother topic. Or they aren't. And if they aren't, they're going to let you know based on their observation, etc., that your child does not know what they need to know at this particular time and in this grade. And you are going to consider that a fail, not a first attempt in learning, but just a fail in the adult sense. And then you're going to do the things that I would hope, do for yourself. If you failed at something, you're going to try and do and take all the corrective action on your own, as much as you can on your own, and get outside help to help you with something. So at 5 or 6, this is when your brain knows that your child is failing at something based on something someone else saying. But it is back off of that. But just failure in of itself is a part of life. It is a part of life. Hello, Teweezy, Steeler Nation, Steeler Nation. Yes, we're on deck for, I got it in my notes here, and I moved it. The 19th, I think, Saturday. Yes. I think Buffalo, home game at Buffalo. Steeler Nation. Hello, Teweezy. Thanks for being here. Rosalie James, thanks so much. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here, Rosalie James. She's underground. She's on the subway in New York City, probably on her way home or maybe to her second gig. Hopefully home. Hopefully home. But yeah, failure is just a part of the process, just in life itself. Not only our own failures, but when others in our life that we love and care about fail us, however we determine that failure to be, on a small scale, grand scale, that they are missing the mark too many times, etc., in something. Yeah. And it could be your own children. Like I said, someone that you love, could be your own children. They are, once they get to become adults, and it seems as though the things that you try to pour into them is not is not coming out, is not presenting itself, etc., etc. They can't seem to, they're failing to launch, they're failing to get out of the house, they're failing to get a job or a steady job, or continue their education to where they can do something differently and get a better job. They may just be stuck in one spot, and they may be long past the point where you can talk to them, and you may be long past the point where you don't want to even talk to them because you poured so much in from 0 to 18 and beyond, possibly, that you're just tired of it and you don't know what to do. But once again, failure with regards to some situation is subjective. How do you view the failure? Is it a grand failure, medium scale, medium, small, etc., somewhere in between all of those, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, but with the 1-year-old, while they are with you, before you ship them off to private or public school, then you have full control as to what you're inputting into the kid, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, when they start walking, those visual clues are key. And of course, they're watching what we are saying, because of course, they're learning how to talk, form their mouth, et cetera, all that good stuff. But yeah, I did that. I talked about that. And another thing with regards to failure, and I mentioned this in other lives, when the new year comes around, etc., or when we have a big something that we're going to do, like next step, like we're going to go to college, or we want to go to college, and we start telling our friends and family, but especially our friends, our girlfriends, and for the guys, maybe like the guy friends, you're telling them you're going to, do stuff like lose weight, or get a job, you're going to get that promotion, et cetera, because you manifested all this other stuff, but you haven't done the interview yet, or any of that stuff, all this other stuff. Or you are in a bad relationship, for the ladies, and the guy is a loser, and you want to get rid of him, et cetera, and you tell your other friends you're going to break up with him, et cetera, and then these things don't happen. Will your friends start looking at you as a failure? Like you failed to do what you said you were going to do, in that type of way. You're failing to do what you said you're going to do. You're going to lose 10 pounds. Next thing you're over there, eating a whole bag of potato chips. And of course, they will throw it in your face. They will throw it in your face each and every time. So sometimes we have to be careful about some of the things that we share. Sometimes it is good to move in silence. I know I may be going all over the place with this, but I know that you all are grown and sexy, and you are following along. You can follow what it is that I'm saying. So sometimes it's good that we just move in silence. We don't have to tell everyone everything that is going on in our lives, our goals, our dreams, our aspirations, etc. And if you have those types of friends around, and they've been with you like ride or dies, etc., and you know that you can share that you are doing this, etc., and ask for their support. Bring them along on the tour. Make them your accountability partner, etc., so that you can have success, or some success, etc., whatever it is, so that you can have success. Bring them along on the tour. And if they say, yes, I'm willing to help you, then great. You got an accountability partner, an ally, someone that is going to push you. And make sure that you are willing to take and accept the push that they give you. They may give you a push in a different way that you may just like, what? This person is a maniac. This person is psycho. But once again, of course, if you want to have the accountability partner and all and that type of thing, then everyone should know what the ground rules are with regards to that, because you want to be successful and you want the help, and just let the person know the type of help that you want. And if you've played this game before with the person, then like, okay, like the last time when I tried to lose 10 pounds, you helped me. I want that same type of help this time when I'm going along. But yeah, you don't have to share everything. And sometimes you just want to go out here and lose the weight yourself, get rid of the boyfriend by yourself, do the job interview for the promotion by yourself. No one knows anything that is happening. Once again, moving in silence, moving in silence. And then if it does not pan out well, if you don't get the result that you want, then and then you can work on fixing it, etc. And even after, you don't have to share. Just depends on you. Everyone is an individual, and some people may want to chat about it, talk about it, etc. And just know that with that, and maybe it depends on who you are talking to it. If it's a long time friend and you've been here before with the person, then they may know the things to say and not say, and not get crazy with it, etc. They may just be comforting and say, okay, well, that was this one time. There will be more promotions to come along. You may even a month or 2 or 6 months or a year down the road, go into a whole different field, have a new job and new opportunities there, et cetera, et cetera. Or they can say also in 2, okay, what do you think went wrong? Of course, all in a loving and helpful way. What do you think went wrong? What do you think were the areas of weakness, etc.? Where do you think you can improve that for the next time? Did they give you any feedback at the job as to, why you weren't selected this time for the job? And try to use some of that information to, correct the errors. For lack of a better word, correct the errors, correct the areas of weakness or areas of improvement that are needed, etc. Fill in the blank with a particular adjective, your particular adjective. But yes, sometimes it is good to move in silence. And even if you have that good friend, etc., it's okay if you move in silence every now and again, because sometimes people don't want to feel put upon. Like every time you're going through something, at some point you're sharing part of that, going through something with them. People have their own lives. People may not be too keen on trying to hear about your ups and downs, your failures or your perceived failures, etc. We just have to be mindful of that too. We have to be mindful of that too. Lala Fatima Vlogs, hello. How are you? Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate it. One of our international friends. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. What else is going on, folks? What else is going on? So that's the thing about failure. Failure meaning first attempt in learning. First attempt in learning for the young folks. What the young folks that would be their first time at something. First attempt in learning. Thanks so much for the 9 likes. I'm seeing 9 likes over here. Hit the thumbs up button, folks, if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up button. If you want your link shared, if you want your link dropped, share out this live on your community wall. If you want your link dropped, friend and moderator, the AI Genius Show will do that. We'll do that. I understand, Rosalie James, you're on the subway. I understand. Thanks so much. She did her first live today, Rosalie James, and I thought I had missed it, but I was actually there at the live. And I guess when I went to your page, I looked at something said live and then something else over here, and I clicked on the wrong thing, and it was something you did prior. But nonetheless, I did catch your first live. She did her first live today, Rosalie James. Rosalie James at the first live. Yes, yeah, she had a lot of people there, lots of likes, all of that good stuff. It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. And I just kept putting in there, keep talking. And the things were going in and out, in and out, in and out. But you did a great job, Rosalie James. And she may or may not be able to hear all of this because she's in the subway, underground, digital underground. With the phone. How about that? Do the hump. Digital underground. But yes, first attempt in learning is what fail means, of course, in my brain for the young folks, and of course with the parents, guidance, steering, etc. And then there to motivate, cheer them on, give them direction when things don't go right, when in our adult minds things are a fail, and when our children are old enough and at the correct maturity level to accept and know that something is a fail, then we can utilize that word or a different word, et cetera, because don't want to say fail, because they have their whole life to really experience failure on an individual basis, continually, of course, 0 to 18 with us and in the world at school, and they go to public or private school, et cetera. And then this great big wide world out here within the United States and of course globally, et cetera. And any and all things that they interact with on these internets, like there's more than one internet, but I like saying it on this internet, when they start looking at things, and it's just like young ladies when they're looking at other women on these magazines in the olden days, and the magazines are online, and they still have some in the grocery stores, and they're looking at these women, and they're all made up and beautiful and thin and all this other stuff, and none of them look like me. That is what they being, Caucasian folks are considered the American standard of beauty, etc. And then as time went on, I started to see more women that shared my complexion on magazines, etc. So these things can get in your brain, and you may start to think, and this machine right here, this internet, these phones, tablets, etc., where this stuff is 24/7, and we have young women looking at stuff and comparing themselves to something that is just unfathomable. I mean, just like, your body is your body. That is the one that you have come into being. That is your body. This is your body now. If you want to do something to change it, fine. But looking at something else and wishing that you had that is futile. But when some of these young girls, especially 9, 10, 11, when they really start, because we mature faster, and we really we connect the dots a little bit sooner than guys, etc. And we start chasing after this particular standard of beauty, and we start doing things that, where we could harm ourselves, having these eating disorders, anorexia, bulimia, etc., and that's problematic. And then we get to in my brain, the fail part, like what happened with the parents, what happened. But there's a whole lot at play beyond the parents, etc. Like I just mentioned, all of the social media, etc., that's out here. But if it's 0 to 18, the parents still have control. But they can get software, I guess. And then for the young men, they're out here, and if they aren't measuring up in some particular way, athletically, physically, etc., then, or they don't think that, okay, Johnny is 12 and Johnny is 5'9", 6 feet, etc., and I am over here and I am just 5'5" now, and we're both 12, and why aren't I as tall as he is? Why aren't I as athletic as he is, etc., then you start comparing. I'm thinking guys do that. I don't know. Maybe it's a different space of time. I'm sure that they probably do. You start comparing yourself, and then would you start considering yourself a failure because you don't measure up to what Johnny is over here, et cetera, or some other person you've seen on a magazine, et cetera, et cetera? When you get 25 or 30, do you say, oh my God, I wish I had a body like The Rock Johnson, et cetera, et cetera? Do I wish I was more muscular, more tall, more handsome, had the gift of gab to get the girls, et cetera, et cetera? Do you consider yourself a failure or have failed at certain things? Of course, a person is as tall as they are tall. I don't think you can do anything to change it, but who knows? There's the way medicine works nowadays, it could be anything, but yeah, some things we have to just, okay, it is what it is. And for most adults, we get it and we understand that it is what it is and nothing is going to change that. But yeah. But first attempt in learning is what fail means, Thank you all so much for being, not gone yet. Thank you all so much for being here. Rosalie James, Cali King 916 out there in California. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks to the replay game and our international friends. And also my backup channel, Cash into Envelopes. Go on over there and connect with your girl, me. Yes. And also the moderator, the AI Regina show. Go and check out her show. She is dropping her links in the chat. Hopefully she'll drop all of her links to all of her channels in the links. And if you want your link dropped, share out this live on your community board. Once again, congrats to Rosalie James on her first live. And go to my community wall, folks, and check out my shorts. Click the like button on my shorts. Hashtag Jeep Life. And just some of the things that I saw when I went home recently out to the country. Yes, I was born out there in the country, folks, in the country. That's a story for another live. Yes. But I'm sure it's probably not too dissimilar to regular country living, etc. Nonetheless, some things that I saw while I was out there, and of course, hashtag Jeep Life. Thank you so much, AI Regina Show, for mentioning it. Thanks to our international friends. That are catching the live, like Lala Fatima, I think is the person that was here, and all others that show up after the live. Thank you so much for watching and hitting the like. And if you're not connected with me, connect with me. Hello, Joshua Gabriel. How are you? Did you go live today? Joshua Gabriel, did you go live today? And yes, fail. First attempt in learning. Yeah, most of us are past the age where we have small children, but who knows? I don't know anybody's business in these YouTube streets, and even beyond just the 1-year-old, and they're watching our facial expressions, the children as they grow up, and they, of course, when they're 5, 6, and 7, and they're able to communicate well enough and understand visual cues, then yeah, we just need to be mindful of that also, and just along the way, all the things that we know as a parent to be mindful of, and possibly when we had our children and come along, we didn't know or understand that, hey, we can't be, having a sad face every time they do something or say something, that you weren't happy with, and not just just have the sad face. Some of that was missed on some of us, I am sure, because the way that we learned it from our parents possibly was passed down, and that is how we did it with our children, etc. And I am not taking anything away from the way that my parents brought me up. I am thankful for it, the good, the bad, and the ugly of it, because I can, knowing what I know now, I can, you can, put it where it belongs. Like, this is why this happened, or this is why this possibly happened, or this is why this is the way that they did such and such and such. As you get older, you and you go through life itself, and you have children yourself, you can understand why some of the things. You can understand some of the things. And sometimes it takes, of course, having children to understand to understand your own parents. If you look back, I'm doing well, Joshua Gabriel. I am doing well. I don't know whether you answered the question or not. You might have. Let me see. I got 4 eyes and just working on it. No, you're busy cleaning up and packing up still for your move to Jersey. Okay, I understand. Yeah, it's yeah, like I said, you never know how much stuff you got until you have to move. But yes, definitely go to my community wall and hit the like button on my shorts, folks. Hit the like button on my shorts. Yeah, Rosalie is still on the subway there in New York. Yes, and check out the AI Regina show. My moderator, she dropped her link. She's dropped, but she can continue to drop her link in the chat. You all go check her out. Go check out her channels. Hello, April Showers. Oh, Miss April. Hello, Miss April. How are you? It says hello. I was the other day, one of the named the artist was Miss Mavis Staples. And in some of her songs, she said, Shimon, come on, or Shimon. And then Michael Jackson was singing. I didn't know that she was the first one that had said something it's like, come on, Shimon, or something other like that. And the first time I ever heard it was Michael Jackson said it. But then I went back and listened to some of her stuff, and she probably, she's older than Michael, obviously, originally said it was like Shimon, but Shalom, like JJ on Good Times, or Shalom. How are you doing, Miss April Showers? How are you doing? Thanks for the 11 likes. Yeah, Regina showing us, saying there are 11 likes. I'm seeing 10 over here, but that's neither here nor there. Thanks so much for the 11 likes. Hopefully everyone had a good day today. Today is Thursday. If you have a 5-day work week, one more day, folks, one more day. And then we will be on Coin Watch. Of course, every day is Coin Watch. We got to watch those coins. We have to watch those coins every day. But definitely Friday, Saturday, and Sunday when we have, like I mentioned at the beginning, a lot of time on our hands, even 2 days, Saturday and Sunday mostly, to get into something that we may not want to get into. Overspending, that is. We don't want to do that. We want to do our best to stay on budget. We want to do our best to stay on budget. Thank you so much, Miss April Showers. Thank you so much, Miss April Showers, for sharing me out on your community wall. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Please go by and check out April Showers, Miss April Showers. Her link has been dropped by the moderator, AI Regina Show. Go check out April Showers. Go check out her channel. She is over there talking about any and everything it is that she wants to talk about. Lots of good topics over there. April Showers. Go check out her channel, folks. Her link is in the chat. Go and check her out. She has a great story. She is a great supporter of everyone on YouTube. I'm telling you, everyone on YouTube. She's in their lives as much as she possibly can, which is all the time. The gamers, any and everyone. April Showers is there to support. And she always talks about supporting the smaller channels And she has this thing going on now where she's trying to get some folks to go to other people's channel to support their channels however they can by connecting with them. The PL for the WHs, etc., that type of thing. But yeah, always giving support to the small and upcoming YouTubers here. That is April Showers. Yes, 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 yes. And always talks about there, and she always talks about, which we all know, that there is enough money out here to go around for everyone. We don't need to be backbiting, being jealous, envious, etc., and not going and supporting others, except all of that drama and foolishness out here on these YouTube streets. Because if we get in the mindset, just in general, of helping and supporting each other on here to get to, the requirements that are set forth, the new ones and the old ones, then that would just be a great thing. Then we all can eat, as they say. So there's no need to have all of this drama going on. Well, someone's going to get ahead of me if I go watch their live and not watch their live, or give someone a like, or shout someone out, or share their content. Well, why didn't you share out mine? And all this craziness that is futile, just no reason for it. But yes, go check out April Showers. Her link has been dropped in the chat. Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. I was able to catch your live on Sunday. Thank goodness the internet was working in my mom's house, because, a story for another time when I first got there. Oh, man, you're talking about one hot sister. I was out there in the country, and I was mad at T-Mobile also, and too. 0 bars. That's a whole nother thing, folks. That is a whole nother thing. If you want your link dropped, share out this live on your community wall. Share out this live on your community wall. And Miss April, if you are still here, you can let us know if you are going live tonight or the next time you're going live. I know that you are retired, and it could be anytime. It could be anytime. But if you have something set already so that the rest of the folks in the chat can know, that would be great. And I know if they go to your thing, they will know. If they go to your channel and you have an upcoming posted, they will see it and know. Check out April Showers. I'm just saying April Showers because that's how your name is. If I say Miss April, someone's going to say, oh, instead of just go. Her link has been dropped in the chat. Go and check it out. Go and check it out. Thanks to all that catch the replay. Thanks to all of our international friends that are catching the replay. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it so much, so much. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Heather, for sharing out this live on your community wall. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. And you all, please go and check out Heather, Chronic Condition Crafting. Go and check out her channel. She's over there doing great things, making t-shirts and a whole host of things. And I see that you're getting, sponsorships, etc. So good. Or affiliates, whatever they call it. I think they say sponsorships. And that is a good thing. Thank you so much again for sharing out. Please, you all go to Heather Chronic Condition Crafting and check out her channel. Of course, she's over there doing just what her YouTube channel says. She's over there crafting. They're doing t-shirts. And you can let us know the other things that you are doing over there, Heather, because I see mostly t-shirts. You may be doing mugs, caps, etc. If you are still here, then you can let us know some of the other things that you are doing. And me also, so that when you share the link again, knock it on wood, I would know to say more than just, oh, she does that. But yeah, and she goes live on Sundays. And I know for me it was 10 or 10:30. And she may be working, what have you, may not be able to answer. But she does go live now. She does go live. And I think she's working on the WHs. That's Heather Chronic Condition Crafting. Chronic Condition Crafting. Yeah, gets me fired up. Heather Chronic Condition Craft, and go and check out her channel. Birthdays. Okay. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button. Okay. Birthdays. Speaking of birthdays, Tamika Davis has a birthday coming up tomorrow. Yes, Tamika. Oh, yes, Tamika. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. I was mentioning that earlier. Yes, her birthday is tomorrow. Her birthday is tomorrow. She was in the chat. She still may be here in the chat. Heather, she still may be here in the chat. Yes. But definitely go check out April Showers. Go check out April Showers. She is a great supporter of mine, as is Heather. But April Showers, go check out her channel, supporting the small and upcoming YouTubers, trying to get folks in her last thing, standing in the gap, is what she called it, for people at the smaller channels to support each other and other YouTube content creators support how they can become connected with the smaller channels and doing the PL for the WHs. I don't know if I can say those words here. I don't want to because I think it's a problem. April Showers, go check out her channel, always supporting and being uplifting and motivating to all the content creators out here. And Heather Chronic Crafting Condition, go and check out her channel, folks. Go and check out her channel. Crafting. She is doing lives, as is April. She does lives on Sunday, and she may do them at other times, but I've been seeing Sunday recently. I've been seeing Sunday recently for Heather Chronic Crafting Condition. Go check out their channels. Can't Stop Walking But Love Mowing and Cruising. You might want to put zip lining in there. You may want to put zip lining in there now. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. Here's our long distance, long haul driver. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being here. Yes, put zip lining in there now. Yes. Moving and cruising. I understand. Heather's always busy. Thanks for I'm saying 11 likes. Thanks for the 11 likes. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're